Hi YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play World of Warcraft on Wednesdays. So I have a little bonus Naxxramas section here, I guess. This is the Frostwyrm Lair. I actually wasn't even aware that this existed. As I've said many times in the past, I never raid, so I wasn't really aware of a lot of stuff. And I just kind of clicked on that orb and just found myself in this room, and I'm like, what's going on here? And you see all these swirling bones here, and basically, you know, since this is the Frostwyrm Lair, what we're forming is a Frostwyrm. And this is actually like the highest level in Naxxramas, the hardest one. I think like the other 4 quarters of Naxxramas is like, it's like the lowest level raid for Wrath of the Lich King, and then I think they added this one later on. I think this is like the level 80 version versus the level like 75 or whatever the other 4 quarters are supposed to be. So anywho, I discovered it, and it's basically, it's got 2 rooms. It's not a maze like other raids are. It's only got 2 rooms and a hallway and 2 bosses, and you have to defeat the Frostwyrm in order to unlock the door to get to the second boss. So that's basically what I'm doing here, is basically just kind of doing a mostly tank and spank of this Frostwyrm. And the interesting thing with this particular fight is that, you know, I mean, it's not maybe necessarily a straight up spank and tank. As you can see here, when he flies up, he freezes the heck out of me, and thankfully it doesn't do that much damage to me. My health stays pretty good. And then he comes back down, and then I just kind of tank and spank him again. I mean, he's got this kind of blizzard ice storm or something hitting me as well, which I try to avoid, but ultimately I decide it's not worth trying to avoid. So between the ice storm and the swiping me of the paws, and then, you know, when he flies up and freezes me, those are the, you know, I guess the main things that he's doing. And I'm getting his health down decently here, and I'm trying to keep my health up pretty good. And this fight really wasn't very difficult at all. It was one of the easier ones in Naxxramas, to be perfectly honest, as I'm sure you've seen with the way I play. You know, like, I'll admit I suck. I'm still learning the Paladin class again. I haven't really played my Paladin much in the last couple of years. I was really focused on my Death Knight, and so I'm still kind of learning the best way to set her talents and her glyphs and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, obviously I have to relearn it all again once the Warlords of Draenor come out, so because they're changing everything around again. Anywho, so here I am frozen in a block again, but again, it doesn't really damage my health much, which is kind of cool. I'm wondering if when he goes and flies up, if he just freezes the tank and then the DPSs end up getting more damage to them instead. Like, I wonder if it's only the tank that gets frozen. I'm not sure. I did not read up on this fight before I did it. I just kind of went in blind, like I always do, and do my best. And typically, if I fail, then I will attempt to do it again, and then see if I can, and if I can't do it again, then I'll maybe research, and then make it a final attempt. Typically, especially if I have a fight like the Grand Widow fight that you saw last week, where I got her health down pretty low, but she still killed me before I could kill her, and so that one was like, okay, I will definitely make another attempt at that. If I barely make a dent, you know, I may or may not make a second attempt, but otherwise, I generally don't. Anyhow, so I just got him defeated nicely, and I am going to see about doing the next boss in this, and see if I can get that done. And well, let's give this a shot, shall we? I guess first I have to, you know, get my health back up and everything. And then it's like, I actually didn't even realize there was another boss in here until I healed myself, and I realized, oh, there's a door, and it goes somewhere. Like, I think I when I teleported in, I don't think this door was here. I could be wrong. I don't know. But at any rate, so there's a nice long corridor down to the next room, and you'll see here that there's some text in red over here. Kel'Thuzad, or whatever his name is. So throughout Naxxramas, as you're going through and killing the bosses especially, you see him kind of yelling at you the whole time. So here finally is Kel'Thuzad, or however his name is pronounced. So I was like, okay, I'll see if I can take him on if I manage to kill everything else. Well, obviously I didn't. There were a couple of bosses in some of the quarters of Naxxramas that I couldn't get anywhere near. Specifically Patchwork, and then the one guy in the military quarter whose name I forget. And I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do here? I'm supposed to just clear out each one of these things, and obviously I kind of figure out pretty soon here. There's more folks coming at me, so I clear it out, and then there's more just kind of coming at me, and I kind of realized that and you can see there's more just appearing. And I realized, oh, you know what, I shouldn't be just sitting here. I should be probably in the center and letting them come to me. So, once I kind of realized that, I was like, okay, screw it. I'm going to go to the center and let them come to me. Because that's what they're kind of doing anyway. As I clear out each one of these enclaves, it's like I just get more appearing constantly. See, there they are again. Screw this. And I was thinking, like, is this the fight? Is just, you know, like, having to deal with all of these folks constantly coming at me, or, you know, because I can't attack Kel'Thuzad yet, but it's sort of like this kind of endless onslaught of an undead horde here, just kind of attacking me and stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep my health up, because I mean, eventually, I was thinking, like, okay, well, eventually these guys have got to, you know, stop coming at me, I hope. And eventually the boss is going to come at me, and I need to keep my health up so that when the boss comes at me, you know, he doesn't just, like, swipe me once and I'm dead. So, that was kind of a concern of mine with this fight. But I'm kind of keeping up with this fight so far at this point. I mean, they're coming at me pretty slow. So I'm like, okay, I think I can handle this so far. But, you know, like, you can see my health isn't at its best. They're not hurting me too much, so I just need to try and keep the health up and not panic too much, and just kind of let them come at me and just work them out as they get to me. Slowly, maturely. I mean, this is kind of a long slog, and it's like, okay, how long am I supposed to keep fighting? I mean, it was like, you know, like, how long is this program to keep going? I was hoping it wasn't going to just keep going endlessly. It just felt like it for, like, when I was in the middle of the fight, I was like, oh, this feels like it's going to just take forever. anyway, so as I was saying, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And really was not a fun fight. But you notice that now they're starting to disappear a little bit. There's one kind of last group kind of coming at me, but all the enclaves now are empty. And guess who gets into the fight now? But Kel'Thuzad himself. And so here I am, I'm like, okay, well, let me focus on him now. These other guys, like, you can see these soul weavers, I mean, they're just coming, they're just creeping at me so slow. So I'm like, screw it. Let me just focus on the main boss. And, you know, I managed to get my health back up. He hit me pretty hard, but I got my health back up. And I think I did a lay on hands, which I was saving for the boss fight. But he's hitting me pretty hard, and you can see I'm not doing much of a dent to him. And I was like, okay, I can't have him hitting me and the soul weavers hitting me at the same time, so I need to take the soul weavers out. I'm trying to take the soul weavers out, and I'm trying to keep my health up at the same time. And you can see I really didn't do much of a dent to Kel'Thuzad yet, but I'm like, okay. And I can see my health is like almost gone at this point. I'm trying to get my healing up. I don't have a lay on hands left since I just used it. But I'm trying to stay in the fight, trying to do some damage. You know, I'm finally getting some damage in on this guy a little bit, and unfortunately, I just wasn't able to do it. Really did not dent him very much. So I pretty much have decided that's it. I'm not gonna try again. That was a long, hard fight, and I just didn't want to redo it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to next week.